Tonight I'm here in my capacity as liaison with the university and this fine group to bring you up to date, as I promised I would, on our progress with both Bodie Grimm and Hinkle Harris Fields. Sam has allowed me to share my screen, so I'm going to try that. I'm more familiar with Zoom than I am WebEx, but I'm going to give that a shot, and I'm going to have a little fun here too. And I'm just curious if you can hear this. All right. Let's see here. Can you see that?
No, we still see the committee and you and our guests.
Now can you see it?
Mitch Moore is sharing. Okay, we see something.
Good. All right, that is, of course, what the project is in its entirety. For the new members of the board, you may be aware that Shenandoah has entered into an MOA with the city to renovate 4 fields. Because of the pandemic, we had to split that up into 2 phases. Phase 1 was the city fields. And then phase 2 will be the fields that will be occupied and controlled by Shenandoah University, although certainly open for other uses as well. Let me see if I can get this. I blew up the 2 fields that we have been working on. Of course, Bodie Grimm is the first field that is to become the Hanley High School men's baseball team. We have done extensive work on that field to the tune of about $400,000. And you can see there some of the outlining work that we have done, and I will show you some photos of that. I guess my favorite part of the project is this walkway that connects Bodie Grimm down to Bridgeforth, and I've got some photos of that. It really, I think, enhances that, and of course, the bleachers and the press blocks that went in last week. Now, Hinkle Harris did not need as much work. We certainly have done all of the field renovation there to them and to Bodie Grimm, but the bullpens are up and the refurbished batting cage is up. I've got some photos to share with that as well. This is what we started with. This is what Bodie Grimm looked like as of September of this year. You can see them there bringing in the sod on the huge truck. They laid this down right before Thanksgiving, after they had done all of the infield work. We also have extended the dugouts at Bodie Grimm to Hanley specifications. We made them, I think, 40 feet. So both of those were done. That's another picture of the field when the grass was laid. There was extensive concrete work done to put not only the bleachers down the third and first base lines, but also to prepare for the bleachers and the press box that went behind home plate. And we also put in a new fence that would allow Hanley baseball to make sure they could charge people coming in. Just another picture of the concrete block and the relocated bleachers. This is a picture of the new sidewalk that was put in. That's actually the start of the parking lot all the way down and then coming up by Bridgeforth. It comes all the way past the snack bar and goes all the way up to the to Bodie Grimm. There you can see the new fence as well. It really is, I think, a very nice enhancement to the park in general. New fence, again, the extension of the dugouts And then you can see there in the background the new press box. Batting cages at Bodie Grimm have also been done. There are 2 of those that are ready to be used. New scoreboards, both at Bodie Grimm and at Hinkle Harris. There is the press box. We were there that day to make sure that we caught it on film. We actually do have some video of it being lifted up and put in place, but Clark Construction just did a wonderful job. And I do want the committee to know that even though we hired a contractor out of New York, which we think is the absolute best for constructions of fields, all of the subcontractors were local, every single one. And there was some complaint about somebody coming down from New York and doing this job. I really don't think we could have found a general contractor that had the knowledge and expertise that Clark Companies did. And they'll be back for 1B. The foreman there, Mark, is a great guy, and he'll be back for the second part of the project as well. It's another angle of it. It really is a sweet press box. And I'll show you a picture of it inside here in just a second. There's the inside of it. Air conditioned. It's lighted, heated. It really just is a very nice facility. And then there is the completed facility that we took a couple of days ago from the outfield. So the fields are ready to play. Everything is almost ready to go. I think there's still a little bit of branding to be done, but for the most part, both Hinkle Harris and Bodie Grimm are ready to go. This is the batting cage, former batting cage photo at Hinkle Harris, and this is the new batting cage. I went out there. Some of our guys were already out there making use of it, but it really, I just think, is a great addition to the park. It certainly spruced it up a good bit, and we think it's going to get a great use from everybody in the community. That's a picture of Hinkle Harris. All of the work has been done there. There was about a $25,000 reconditioning of the fields. Of course, a new scoreboard. There was some extensive work done on the press box as well. I'll look forward to giving everybody a tour of that once we're all done there. So we again have spent a little bit north of about $560,000. There's another $11,000 left to go. But again, those fields are ready to go, ready to play, and we're in negotiations now with Clark Companies to talk about moving on to 1B. I've talked with Lynn a little bit about the possibility, given how unpredictable this year is, of perhaps starting 1B a little bit earlier for the benefit of everybody. No decision's been made about that. We do formally take over the fields August 1, but if we can get it done perhaps a little bit before that and not mess anybody up, which would be our goal, that would be a benefit as well. So we look forward to continuing the partnership. We're ready to hand you the check for $25,000 to begin the youth series whenever you're ready to do that. And Mr. Chairman, that concludes my presentation.
Well, Mitch, thank you very much. And one thing that I would like to add is that Shenandoah and Hanley worked together on this field, from the very nice scoreboard that if you saw the JH on the scoreboard. One of the exciting things about Bodie Grimm and Hinkle Harris is that those fields, while they have a different name, will be somewhat considered the Hanley fields. And Hanley will have their own field now to play baseball and softball. So that's exciting news. The extension of the dugout, Mitch mentioned that was done by request of Hanley. The new fencing and the sidewalk has really added to the view of the field, and made just looking at the field now, the field looks first class, and the batting cages add to that. So I congratulate Shenandoah on the work that they've done so far. And I know one thing, that the people who work in the press box, they appreciate the heater and they'll appreciate the air conditioning, because anyone who has done spring sports in Virginia knows that at some point in the spring season, you will need that heater. And probably at some point, you may need that air conditioner too. So the press box, I've stopped by several times and just looked at it, because Mitch sends out the little updates, and I appreciate those. And it's been fun to watch the progress occur. Mitch, thank you and congratulations on a job well done so far. We look forward to continuing our partnership with you all, and finishing this stage and progressing to the next stages. So thank you very much.
It's a great project for the entire community. I think it's a win-win-win for everybody. Reed Prosser and Kevin Anderson, our baseball coach, did look at all of the renovations. We tried to make sure that handling was taken care of. And so thanks for pointing that out, Bill.